What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Industry Changes podcast. And today we have Ninny with us. She is a truly an industry changer, uh, not just because she's the leading coach for C-section mothers in the country, but because of 10 other factors which we would be discussing. And before we start, Ninny, how do you feel right now?
Excited actually, and yes, it's like time breathing in that what actually we have done, to put those things in front of our eyes as well. So yes, let's bring it on. Yeah.
That is awesome. So, guys, those who don't know Nini already, Nini went from making 12,000 rupees per month in her online fitness business to now making rupees 8 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees, eh, depending upon the month. Last month was 7 lakhs, last to last month was 8 lakhs, and it has been hovering around this number. Why do I love the number 8 lakhs? Is because that gets us to a 1 crore rupees per annum run rate. And all this is done while becoming number one coach for C-section mothers in the space. And I'll also give you a brief of what all stuff we would be discussing. Number one, we'll be discussing Nini's life journey in depth, then her business journey, how she gained 50,000 followers, how she's managing team of six legends while they are growing. Abhi recently, Nini's head coach got a car for herself. कि ध्यान से सोचो कि निनी की कार नहीं आई है, निनी के हेड कोच की कार आई है. And she's not just growing herself, her team is growing alongside while changing lives of C-section mothers. And this is not it. She was the first runner-up of Mrs. India this year. And we didn't work for like 2 months in between, still her business sustained. Now she is closing people without getting on a call using something called sell by chat. This is a system which we use. And more than anything, she's always happy when it comes to work, business, and everything else. And all this while being a C-section mother, while taking care of family responsibilities and everything else around it. I mean, there are hundreds of things to cover. And I think the first question most people would have in their mind right now, Nini, is that, what your business is, who do you help, and why do you help them?
Yeah. So I am a doctor, I am a psychiatrist, and I am a fitness coach. So I am into this industry since January 2023. And yeah, so I work with mostly C-section mothers. My niche is C-section mothers. We help them transform. Transformation includes losing their weight, healing their body so that they should not face any problems lifelong, which is the proper myth in India. And yeah, so why I actually started working with C-section mothers? Because first thing, there is no one who is doing in India that thing. Second thing, there is a lot of misconception about C-section. Being a C-section mother myself, I have faced it, and being raised into this country, I know what taboo C-section is in this our culture. And when I became a C-section mother, when I transformed myself, well, I have lost almost 30 kgs post my C-section. And while going through that journey, I faced first thing, there is someone who needs to stand up for this woman who are actually facing body wise, because yes, it's a major abdominal surgery. But second thing, it's more a mental thing, because as I have raised up all women who go through C-section procedure, they have been raised into the same culture of India, where C-section is the biggest procedure, where your body gets ruined, where you can't do anything, where you are a less of a mother because you haven't gone through normal with labor pain while delivering your baby, and lots of things associated with that, blaming doctors for that matter, not having enough awareness why C-section procedure is done. And then when I transformed myself, I knew it. I somewhere and somehow, and we will come to that factor also, Yash, why I came through that. Because on the very first day, I didn't come to you with a C-section thing, right? It came to a procedure. We had to suffer a lot for few months to come to this decision, right? But that is the thing. Being a doctor, I knew I could do this because I know what leads to C-section. I know what are complications after that. And being a mother, I know what psychological journey it can be. So for me, there was no better person to deal with
Hmm.
section mothers than me. And yes, we are dealing with them very happily and successfully. We have transformed like close to 500 mothers. And yes, we are still doing that happily. Yes.
That is awesome. And guys, एक चीज सोचो यार, बहुत बार बिजनेस के टर्म्स पे जब हम चीजें सोचते हैं, we think of it in terms of यार market opportunity कहाँ है बहुत तकड़ी. But in Nini's case, she has created her own market based off her experience. And fact of the matter is, what I've seen is that whenever we posted your case study and stuff like that, uh, people must have thought कि यार हम भी same चीज कर लेते हैं. Maybe there's some magic there. But from my experience, in your case, the magic is in your story, your mission more than anything else. लोगों को लगता है यार ये market बहुत अच्छी है. It's not about market. It's 100 times more about what kind of mission you are on and what kind of experience you have had.
And
जैसे
how
आपने अभी
you bring
yes,
yourself
yes,
into
please.
that journey as well, how you're bringing, because I don't think so anyone can absolutely, if
Hmm.
they have gone through this, they can bring it to them in their own way.
Hmm.
I'm bringing it
Yes,
in my way, so that has to be there, your individuality,
hmm.
so that's how
Yes,
we made it. Yeah.
definitely. And individuality comes from a whole own life story. So, Nini, I think this is new for me also. I need to understand how your childhood was, doctor wala part kaise tha, and how you took the leap to become a coach, because being a doctor is seen as a, oh wow, that kind of career. Plus, lot of it takes a lot of courage, and in your case, literally 4 5 months things were very slow.
Yeah.
Right. So मुझे starting से बताओ कि how was our childhood, कहाँ, where were we born, and it's your time now.
Yeah, so I was born in a very small village of Maharashtra. It is very, very, like an end of a district in
Hmm.
Maharashtra. So I
Hmm.
was born there, and yes, to certain extent, I was raised by a single parent, and she was my
Hmm.
mother. So she is a principal as well. So yes,
Hmm.
have been in a very strict family since very beginning. So since the very beginning, our timetable, our discipline was the forefront. We
Hmm.
have to
Hmm.
get up at 4:30 or 4 in the morning to study even when we are at in 8th standard, ninth
Hmm.
standard. So we
Hmm.
have always like that, knowing importance of things, how to do that, and knowing
Hmm.
importance of time distribution since the very
Hmm.
beginning.
Hmm.
And it had helped a lot. And then getting into medical, it was not at all my choice. I always wanted to be either model or makeup artist, or
Hmm.
then thoda sa dimag aane ke baad I
Hmm.
wanted to
Hmm.
be an aeronautical engineer. So
Hmm.
we have inquired a lot these things.
Hmm.
But my mother was like, as she has raised me single-handedly,
Hmm.
she knew what is importance
Hmm.
of mother, being on their own, doing on their
Hmm.
own.
Yes.
He was like, "Ki, Nini, you will either become a teacher or a doctor. Bus, you
Hmm.
have these two options." And obviously, I have seen her like teaching, so I don't
Hmm.
want to
Hmm.
be in that thing.
Don't you think, sorry to cut you, don't you think being a teacher is easy? I mean, from third person perspective, that you just work for half day, plus you're dealing with kids. What's your take on that? As compared to being a doctor. Doctor सबको पता है भाई 7 साल पढ़ना पड़ेगा and everything else.
Yeah. So first thing is ki being a teacher, I have seen her. Like, so
Hmm.
वो
Hmm.
चीज है कि यार टीचर्स क्या करते हैं, बस करते हैं, बच्चों
Hmm.
को डांटते हैं, स्कूल में भी
Hmm.
डांटते हैं, घर में भी डांटते हैं. तो देयर वाज दैट some
Hmm.
somehow negative association was there with
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
profession.
Hmm.
But then
Hmm.
with doctor, yes, and इसमें there was no doctor in my family.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
another like just like a personal story, my uncle was a doctor. He
Hmm.
was a
Hmm.
psychiatrist too, and then he died into sudden car accident. So
Hmm. Hmm.
then whole family, it was like, Nini, you are now the one. So let's become a doctor. So I was
Hmm.
so close to my that uncle, and then
Hmm.
I was like, chalo, I'll take that thing if I don't have any option. So I
Hmm.
didn't
Hmm.
struggle much because I knew mummy
Hmm.
is right somewhere and somehow I
Hmm.
need to be on my own. So then I chose a doctor, enter into MBBS, cleared all in the first, first इसमें attempt में all these things, because अच्छी सी studious तो I was.
Hmm.
And then, but you know what, Yash, always being into medical field, I knew this is not for me. I knew it.
Hmm.
And yes, I was there. I was doing all things dedicatedly, and I was connecting with patients very nicely. I was solving
Hmm.
cases, getting diagnosis, all things. I was there
Hmm.
by, this whole thing I was doing with heart as
Hmm.
well. I won't say कि जबरदस्ती ही
Hmm.
किसी ने छड़ी लेके
Hmm.
करवाया है. I did those all things, but somewhere and somehow I knew something is there. some other things.
इसमें मुझे थोड़ा ईयर बाय ईयर बताओ ट्रेजेक्टरी, जैसे एमबीबीएस कौन से ईयर में हुई अपनी?
I have joined MBBS in 2010. So I completed
10 and
10
15.
to 16. 10 to 16, I did my MBBS. And
Hmm.
in 16 to 17, I took a drop to get ready for post-graduation examination.
Hmm.
And then 17, I joined psychiatry. So there is
Hmm.
NEET PG is there. For
Magic,
that,
yes.
I took a preparation ka gap from 16 to
Hmm.
17. And then
Hmm.
17, I joined Central Institute of Psychiatry, Kanke, Ranchi. So I joined
Hmm.
there as a junior resident and I completed it in 2019. And yes, 2018, I got married to a
Hmm.
handsome neurosurgeon and then
Hmm.
got shifted to Hyderabad.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
there I have worked as a consultant psychiatrist for 2 years. And after that, then we moved to Panipat. There also I have worked as a consultant psychiatrist from in year 2021, I guess we came to Panipat.
Hmm.
And we were there. So I got my child there. So yeah,
Hmm.
in 2022. And yes, so before giving him birth, I was still working as a consultant psychiatrist over there. But yes, we were living too far from our home, so there was not much family support. So I
Hmm.
needed to take that decision that for him, I will stay at home. And that was purely my own decision. So
Hmm.
that's how till then it came. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
ओके, सो दैट इज ऑसम। आपके मन में कब आया कि यार मैंने डॉक्टर वाली चीज नहीं करनी, अब चाहे पास हो गई हूँ मैं एग्जाम्स में और व्हाटएवर इट इज, व्हाट ईयर वाज इट व्हेन यू फेल्ट कि यार ये दिस इज नॉट माय कप ऑफ टी?
It was always my cup of tea. It was like I was
ओके।
very good at it. I mean, I joined psychiatry. I joined psychiatry because it was my passion to know things, But while doing psychiatry itself, I felt it's not the thing which I want. It's not the thing for which I'm working, I'm putting this much efforts, because somewhere and somehow I have been always into, managing our nutrition, doing workouts. This was always, because my Dadaji was in central government. So he was very strict with his routine and also since very beginning, we were into workouts and all these things. But then, I was not very happy with only just this medication, just medication. Somewhere and somehow, now I know that was the reason that medication was not the thing. Ki now I know because with lifestyle and management, we can do lots of stuff, right? But in 2019, 18 to 19, I came to know that no, I need to be somewhere else. From there, so तभी से start हुआ कि नहीं यार कुछ है, but then let's do this because being a doctor, it's a big thing, big role, right? We need to do that. So that's how, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. ये question भी आया था actually जब मैंने poll डाला that any questions for Ninny, that how much do you think being a doctor is advantageous to you in what you are doing right now? Apart from confidence आपने बताया कि obviously that would help with confidence.
Yeah.
Apart from that, if it was same Ninny, some other background, same experience with C-section, everything else was same, how much do you think that comes as an advantage to you apart from confidence?
Apart from confidence, why a lot of people haven't talked about C-section. I will talk about my particular niche, which
yes, please. Yes.
So it's the first thing is major abdominal surgery. लोग तो surgery का नाम सुन के घबरा जाते हैं. And now being a doctor, when I have studied about that for 9 to 10 years, right? I have been into OTs where surgeries kari jati hai. So I know how exact all things are. And then Alex, and you also said, Alex Sarmozy, you also said, articulate people's problem better than themselves. They can do, right? You always say this. So being into this, being a doctor, this thing helped me to articulate their problem because I know what has happened. I know what complications it can lead. And definitely being a doctor, this way give me more advantage. That I know exactly what has happened and what can happen. So there we can talk to clients very nicely than that. And I can, and then after being a C-section mother, after recovering it, I know psychological impact of it as well. So there it's yes. I do understand way better being a doctor. And I can't imagine if I was not a doctor, I could have pulled it off very nicely. Absolutely no.
So I have a question for you because I think 4 or 5 months of coaching you, मुझे खुद को नहीं पता था आप डॉक्टर हो.
Yeah.
So have you started writing? And my recommendation was कि यार प्रोफाइल पे लिखो डॉक्टर हो, तो बहुत that's a crazy thing. So
Yeah.
have you started doing that now? कि अब प्रोफाइल पे अभी भी नहीं mentioned है कि आप डॉक्टर हो.
There is a doctor, but अभी verification आ गया तो I'm not able to edit that name, but नीचे लिखा हुआ है doctor and a fitness coach. So that's
Okay.
yeah, that's
Now
the
you have mentioned.
yeah.
But guys, this is for everybody that first 4 months अभी month by month trajectory and growth की बात करेंगे. I think from December till March or April निनी ने अपनी प्रोफाइल पे भी नहीं लिखा हुआ था. She just told me that when she gets on a call with the वो and she starts with that, okay, I'm a doctor. So I was like, why are you not showing that in marketing? Because nutrition knowledge plus the kind of results you have plus kind of mission and experience you have plus doctor, oh, game changer. That's great thing. Okay, so that is great. अब बताओ मुझे month by month trajectory. Last December I think we were at 12,000 a month.
yeah. December we
And yes,
started at anything. Yes, after joining FB. Yes.
उससे पहले का भी बता दो. So basically we started in, please.
Yeah. So how I came in contact with you. मतलब FBA के लिए I approached you guys with a word. What is that word, Yash?
Scale.
Scale.
Scale
Yes.
होगा, start होगा कुछ ऐसा.
Yes,
Yeah.
scale. I remember scale.
Hmm.
So then Herschel contacted me, and then he obviously you guys take that sort of interview, that
Hmm.
person is eligible or not.
Hmm.
And I was brand new starter, and
Hmm.
I have just started. Herschel was like, why you want to do this? मैंने कहा Herschel, see, I'm just starting. मुझे तो full doubt था कि तुम लोग मुझे reject कर दोगे because I was not at all having any background. And I told Herschel very clearly, Herschel, see, I am starting this and I want to start with the best in this industry. And somewhere and somehow I had that feeling I could do it with you. So that only thing I told Herschel, that I'm starting, but I want to start with a very blast and all the knowledge and all these things, because being a doctor, I have already wasted this in one career. I don't want to do it with the same. And abhi time aisa hai ki the only thing which we can work with is the time. Be it business, be it results, all things, we need to beat with the time. So that's how it is. And when we started with FBA, बस सेम चीज हो रही थी, जैसे कि कोई जो कर रहा है करो. नीश नहीं मिल रही थी, टुक बिजी मॉम का नीश ले लो, बिजी वुमन का नीश ले लो. सो आई टुक दैट एंड बस चल रही थी, कुछ हो नहीं रहा था. बस आप कोच बने हो, इंस्टा इसमें जो भी कंटेंट्स डाल रहे हो, देन एक दिन तुम्हारा ही रील था. इट वाज योर रील वेयर यू सेड कि इफ योर नीश इज अ बिजी वर्किंग पीपल, देन इट्स अ वेस्ट नीश. Absolutely.
Yes.
Because those people are the people they think they don't have any time and you are running behind them, right? So they are
Yes.
moving forward and then it's no use. That day, I shut down my account like for almost 7 to 15 days. No work. Like almost I went into my Zen mode कि यार ये नहीं तो अब क्या है? क्योंकि ये तो definitely नहीं है, because it was not working as well, right, Yash? Because we were at 6, 7, 10,000, 8,000, 9,000, बस इतने में ही घूम रहे थे. But
Yes.
वो बारी थी कि no, क्या हो सकता है? And then I am into this all sort of writing, meditation and all. 15 दिनों के लिए I became a Baba. What is that thing? Then अपना FBS आया, Fitness Business Summit was there. So उसके 4-5 दिन पहले I sat for like 5 or 10 minutes, and while just playing with my son, that thought came into my mind, your C-section. Just एकदम से आ ही गया. It's like C-section. I sat with my husband and then I told him कि यार देखो this all चीजें are there, because there is a mental thing, there is a physical thing, and then I'm being a C-section mother, plus on the top of it I'm a doctor. So then I thought कि यार C-section के साथ जाते. He was very doubtful कि यार निन्नी ऐसा किसी ने किया नहीं है, will you pull it off? But then in the FBS only Fitness Business Summit में I announced it to you कि this is C-section. So पहले तो your reaction was कि niche is good, but then we'll have to work on it. क्योंकि
यार उस टाइम एक्चुअली मेरे को ये सरप्राइजिंग सी बात है. मैं सोचता हूँ मेरे को उस टाइम ये पता नहीं थी डॉक्टर वाली बात. मुझे डॉक्टर वाली बात तो मार्च अप्रैल में व्हेन यू वर डूइंग मल्टीपल लैक्स ना, आई थिंक मार्च या फेब इवेंट में वी मेट एंड यू टोल्ड मी
you
डॉक्टर.
know
मैं
it
कहा
in
वाओ.
Goa when Akanksha told you कि she is a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Akanksha told me in February this year when
Yeah.
you had already grown midway growth पे आप आ गए थे. So yes, that
Yeah.
is it. And actually, my question was because as a male, I did not. उस time my first question to you was कि यार, are there enough mothers who are, serious section? Then I think you told me कि यार खुद भी 30 kgs कम हुआ and everything else. Plus, obviously it was, I was seeing first time someone, going this deep on niche. And guys, those who don't know, FBS Fitness Business Summit में literally हम 2 दिन work ही इस aspect पे करते हैं that what would be your differentiator for the next whole year, because that's one of the most important things. And literally, I remember that, when we started in December, then फिर तो it has gone up and up only. And yes, so please continue. So
So there I came with a, C-section ka niche, and all things has changed. Fitness Business Summit mein on the very first day, you made us do those all things, external these things and internal things. You asked us to do that whole homework of it and mention then. And yes, like it's a secret, but even today when I sit for a content making, I make my all topics on what we did in Fitness Business Summit in 2023. What we did. So abhi bhi I do the same. I do the same. And that's how these things are. So from the very beginning, keeping your eyes open, being very, very confident about what you're doing. So then I started that everywhere funnel. We dropped that, and even now it has been like November, December mein shoot kara tha, and abhi
yes.
almost it's going to be year. So we have crossed from 700 to abhi 54K. We are close to 54K now.
That is awesome.
And it's because of everywhere funnel plus do teen reels, which jiska format you told us. And then yes, December we have started, and I guess our very first month we have hit lakhs. Like after
अभी
12,000.
मुझे month by month आपको now I want you to think. अब मुझे month by month बताओ because I don't have that data with me now. Okay, so December we started.
Yeah,
What did we hit?
December. I will also
I
have.
mean, I don't want to pressurize you. थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे भी होगा तो चलेगा. But
So
estimate
from
it.
the very first number we hit was 2 lakhs, close to 2 lakhs, 1.5
So
to 2.
we were at 12,000. We fixed all of these things. We started our first funnel.
Yeah.
And 2 lakhs in the first month. That is
So
awesome.
actually, our first was 8x. You remember I did 8x
Yes.
our first month itself.
Yes.
So from 12 to it was like we went to 2, 1.5 to 2 ke beech mein. And uske baad then I 2x'd it in the next month. And it was like 2 to
4 lakhs in March.
Yeah, 4 lakhs.
4 lakhs a month in March.
4 lakhs in March, and 5 in March, April, May, and June, July, it was 5 and 8. July, we hit the biggest, like that was 8. And after that, because I was not included in both, so but utna bhi zyada affect nahi kiya. We still make 5 or 6. And abhi in a month like Diwali as well, which was our last month, so we made it close to 6 and 6 and 6 to 6.5. So that's it. Even with involvement and not, it's now the brand has built, so
yes.
now the brand has built. So that's how things are helping actually. Yeah.
इसमें मैं थोड़ा कॉन्टेक्स्ट देता हूँ that every 3 months we meet and we strategize the business कि क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा. And बड़ी surprising चीज है that I think we were hitting March में we were hitting around 4 lakhs a month or something. उसके बाद मैंने कभी ये strategize नहीं किया कि यार let's grow the business, क्योंकि March event we were like okay I need a stability phase. I want us to be stable at this number 4 lakhs a month because 12 से 4 पे आए. We need to be stable, but still we hit our biggest month in May. उसके बाद June and July, I think we met in June. June में you told me clearly कि यार this has been my childhood dream. I want to do this is India. No focus on this. So हमने ये strategize किया कि how do we maintain it? For example, अगर हम in June we would have been at 5 lakhs ish.
5. Yeah.
5 पे थे. So we were like my thought process was like okay Ninny won't be able to give put in time. How can I maintain 4 lakhs? So we are planning to scale it down or keep it at the same level, and next month itself Ninny hits 8 lakh rupees, while I think July and August we were totally into Mrs. India, totally focusing on that. अब मुझे Mrs. India experience बताओ, and was it a childhood dream, and do you think your growth in business helped you with that Mrs. India process, and how was it for you overall?
It was a childhood dream. It was a childhood dream to have that crown, I had certain affinity towards crown, since very beginning. I would ask my roommate who was in MBBS कि यार तुम्हें भी ऐसा होता है क्या, लगता है कि crown चाहिए अपने पास? So she was like कि नहीं यार हमें तो नहीं होता, पता नहीं पर मुझे ऐसे क्यों होता है. Then I want that. So it has been always, इसमें, and it was just like that कि पहले तो we are with parents and this all things, so they have certain this thing consideration कि these things are bad, these things are good, modeling and this all stuff is bad. But when I got married, and my husband is a really 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 supportive person, he's a really supportive.
I've actually written it in my notes that, it's surprising to see how much support he has, because I remember FBS when you guys came together,
Yeah.
and even at the events, he's like totally there, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, so we were going for his birthday tour actually to Jim Corbett. We were in Panipat itself, and yeah, so आया ऐसा कुछ, and then suddenly it sparked something out of me. Yeah, Anand, I need to get into this Mrs. India competition.
This is what time? Which month?
Ayan was born in 2000 and 2023 itself, August 2023, August 2023. Yes. So he was like, what are you waiting for? Kar the application. So tour mein we were traveling, we were in travel, and then I sent the application and unka call aaya next day that your photos got selected, and then I was like, okay, it is happening really fast. And then it was around, for 3rd or 4th August, and then unka first event, it was on 14th August us year ka, Mrs. India 2023. So it was that, yeah. So then my husband said कि यार let's go, let's watch that. मैंने कहा कि यार मुझे देखना है कि exactly होता क्या है. Apply तो करते हैं, we don't have any background. We just know that glam and glitter is there, but what is that thing? Let's see it. So yes, he came, he took all the leaves from his hospital and he came with me, and there we went. So वहाँ पे क्या हुआ था? I also mentioned it on my page that I couldn't enter that pageant, Yash, because एक ticket it was costing 4,000, and I was not, मतलब he could have, but मुझे नहीं था कि यार मैं unnecessary अपने लिए 4,000 का एक टिकट भी वहां पे ये कर पाऊँ कि मेरे लिए ये बंदा ऐसा करे, because he is already doing a lot for me. So I couldn't enter that pageant, and that night I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep in that hotel because first thing, whole night I was trying to hear कि वहां पे क्या हो रहा है जिस चीज के लिए मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. And I went alone there with rejection. I came कि यार मैं अंदर नहीं जा पा रही हूँ. But while coming back, I saw that all things, कि light, camera, oh my God, ये सारी चीजें क्या होती है. I'm not made for this all stuff. So आते बराबर ही मैंने I told to Anand that नहीं यार, I'm not made for this all stuff, Anand. Let's not do it. It's not for me because इतना glam and glitter शायद मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी सहन. So but he was like, अब तो तुझे definitely करना है. अब तू डर गई, अब तो तुझे definitely करना है. And that was it. He was the only force behind my Mrs. India. He was like कि yes Ninny, अभी तुझे करना है क्योंकि अभी तू डर गई है. अभी तो करना ही है. So then we came back home, and then again interview के two stages होते हैं. I passed that interview with उनके CEO as well, founder as well. So that interview, and then I got into it, and I came into Jacqueline. She is a 2022 winner. So she was my mentor for it. So Siko, she was a 2022 winner. So it was
Jacqueline Fernandez.
Jacqueline Shinde.
Oh, I thought Jacqueline Fernandez.
Yeah. So she's a 2022 winner, and she's a pageant coach as well. So I enrolled with her, and I told her, Nika, Jacqueline, I want to do this as a thing because it's my dream first thing, and I want to do this as I haven't done anything in my life. With that dedication, I want to do it. ये सारी चीजों के साथ I went, and Jacqueline was the person. She is like, there are 2 or 3 influences in my life. First is you, second is Jacqueline. So उसने पहले ही बताया कि Ninny, this is going to be a journey. This is going to be a transformational journey. This is going to be, because यहाँ पे mental सारी चीजें इतनी ज्यादा होती है. You have to be, uncomfortable, discomfort सारी चीजें, managing your stuff, because my son was like only 1.5 years of age that time. Managing him. So she told me it's going to be a transformational journey. And second thing, be you. Be whatever you are there. Just be you, evolve yourself, that you are going to be there in front of the whole India, in front of the crowd, that you need to express what you are feeling in your own word. तभी you can do anything. नहीं तो कुछ नहीं होता है. So yes, that part has helped me in my business as well. कि be you, unapologetically you. So yes, that has helped, and we have took like 1 साल का अच्छा खासा training for Mrs. India as well. And इसमें सारी चीजें, there is a personality, there is this question answering round where Jacqueline has trained me for all these things. The way of speaking, it has helped me in content making as well. So you saw that वो एक आ जाती है अपनी. It has helped me in that कि use less word, but impact has to be there. What exactly you have to, make a next person understand by what you are saying. So yes, it has helped me. And it has been a wonderful journey, Yash. I mean, lot of things has happened ki I could have, just stopped because parents, they do not support us in this thing. But I wanted to do because it was my dream. And second thing, by that time, my business took a very nice hit. So it has helped me itna zyada ki I was able to take my financial decisions for myself. मैंने सोचा था कि I wanted to do this my dream, and yes, God has helped me in whole this FBA वाला way कि मुझे वो decision के लिए किसी के ऊपर depend नहीं रहना पड़ा, and that has helped. It has helped me a lot because in August, see, it was in August 2024, and we have hit our biggest month just before that. So that confidence and being there for myself. So it has helped absolutely whole business. I can't imagine if this business was not there, so I could have stand there. Not at all, because fees and all, yes, my husband has paid, but जो सारी चीजें होते हैं with confidence and with जो आपको mental stability के साथ करनी पड़ती है, I did it on my own with my business का this चीजें. मैं एक बारी 4,000 की टिकट भी खर्च नहीं करना चाहती थी, and then I just hit 8 lakhs before hitting the stage, right? So that was the thing. It is a long way. It is a long journey. It's not easy. And just before, a personal story, it is as we are talking about Mrs. India. So my designer was from Northeast, so he gave me my the main suit, which is evening suit. So he committed suicide a day before my pageant.
Oh.
And that's what it has been a whole emotional journey. So my pageant is from tomorrow, and today I came to know that he committed suicide. And another important emotional thing was, my gown was the last gown he has designed. And then while walking on that stage, every moment, Yash, I remembered him. That I know your soul is here, and he has asked me, Ninny, if you win, will you go for internationals? So I told him, yeah, let's see, we'll see. But I knew he knew that he was designing a winning gown. Was designing a winning gown, and I made sure that kuch bhi hua, I needed to give 100% for that one person who has designed it with so much hope and so much positivity. And but then again, दूसरा चीज था, even after being a psychiatrist, I couldn't save him. I could have just talked to him. It was just all a mental trauma for which he committed suicide. And it is very, very, very sad. Marak was his name. He was from Northeast. So it has been a mental journey. I mean, sort of people I came across this whole platform through this journey, even in this pageant as well. I have got like pretty various beautiful women as friends, and it's all a journey. Winning is just a momentarily thing. Yes, it's all a journey. What I have learned, and I want to keep those things what I have learned from this journey with me, rather than winning as a taking crown and running away, but just having those things. It's just that. Bas.
This is super inspiring. Matlab, if I look at your journey since last August versus this August, you could have had thousands of excuses. Okay, I'm a busy mom.
Yeah.
Okay, there are a lot of ups and downs because last year, same time, business was slow. You took the leave for FB also, because when you took the leave for FB, I was like, dude, I need to get her next level results no matter what, because FP is not cheap. It's as simple as that. And I was like, and I think it was just for your case, I was like, ki bhai, because when we planned FB, we were like that, I won't be that involved and all that stuff. We kind of automate the business. But then I realized ki yaar, I need to be there all the time. And, since then I got back into business coaching also. And ups and downs itne hain. And, after hearing this story, I did not know about this. I think your husband has been the biggest driving force along with you, obviously, because a lot of times it's like just having that one person who believes in you, right? You were like, okay, this is not meant for me, and he's like, "Ki karna hi karna hai." Wow, this is giving me goosebumps right now. And question for you: so your husband supporting you, is there a secret for that? Because a lot of women somehow either are not open with their husbands, or they feel that their husband does not support, or maybe husband does not support. So question for you is it just a choice related thing, choose the right person, or is there anything else, any tip you would want to give women in relation to this?
We are not at all chosen by each other. We are absolutely matrimonial products. So we have matched each other. Our parents has did. So ours is arranged marriage, So only the thing was common कि हाँ बस doctor होना चाहिए. चलो ठीक है. So it is like that. But yes, even after being a stranger, we have developed a very, very good relationship because friendship is there. A very good friendship because we are very clear कि how sort, and I am a sort of person, Yash, I'm very clear about what I want in my life. And that's the one advice I would like to give to every woman. After marriage, we think that life has changed. Life has changed in just your mind. You always need to consider there is no team as a husband and wife. Like दो teams अलग नहीं होती है कि एक husband की and एक wife की, which will be different. There is always a team of friends. You can be a friends and
100%.
can be in a one team, right? So that you have to understand कि culturally जो भी बोला जाता है यार, jokes जो बनाए जाते हैं या जो आपके neighbors बोल रहे हैं husband and wife, that's not the thing. What you want to build, that is going to be a personally. So from the very beginning I was very clear कि यार we are very good friends, and mere only being good friend does not help. Yash, he is that sort of person. He is a gem of a person, I'm telling you. He understands me. He's a very stable minded person. I am thoda sa idhar udhar idhar udhar. He knows ki kya ho raha hai. And kudos to him, yaar. I mean, I can't even imagine कि उसकी जगह पे मैं रहती तो I would have supported him the way he has supported me, because we are not the same person. Absolutely, we are not the same. But there is nothing which has helped me, him as a person, and keeping that relationship thoda sa be very clear what are your needs, because even while doing workouts I would ask him ki yaar Anand, this is very important for me because whole day I won't get time after staying with baby, or this दो थोड़ा सा आधे घंटे के लिए टेक केयर ऑफ बेबी. सो just a small thing कि यार I want time for myself, so please take care of baby, because it's not just मम्मी का responsibility or मम्मी का responsibility, it's father's responsibility as well. And after having Ayan, our relationship has evolved because I took a decision कि I don't want any parents with us to stay, because it was our decision. And again the thing was कि they बहुत ज्यादा दूर रह रहे थे, तो they were not in any condition to come and stay with us. And taking care of him has evolved this relationship a lot. We have seen a different side of each other. The way he is with my kid, the way I'm taking care of, not doing my job, but taking care of my kid. And then there we have evolved. So our relationship isn't stable. It's not the same. It has started. It has evolved over the time, whatever was necessary for the moment, But for him, absolutely, I'll tell him as a person. It's just that thing. No one is, not all people are lucky, but yeah, I am that lucky.
This is a very rare thing because, from what I hear, not just in FBA, generally, like, a lot of times, uh, husbands don't support their wives as much. And but मुझे personally क्या लगता है आपके response के बाद कि, partly women are also wrong on that because they have never told their husband what they need, what they want, right?
Absolutely.
And a lot of times they assume कि support नहीं मिलेगा. भाई try तो करो एक बार. And
Exactly.
another thing which I would like to mention is कि after I'm also married, yeah, there is a way to talk these things out. बहुत बार क्या होता है कोई लड़ाई चल रही है उसके बीच में ये बात आती है you can never sort it out that way. I think you need to be in a calm state, and if you share that why this thing matters, both parties open up, and both parties live a better life, because no one would want to live with a partner who wants something else in life but feels restricted because of XYZ reason. So this is a very, very good input. And one thing which I've noticed in your and Anand's relationship is you guys are literally best friends before anything else. And I think that is a game changer, and hats off to your better half.
Yeah,
And cheers
absolutely.
to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's get to the tactical part. Getting back to this now, we talk about your business. Okay. So recap there. We went from making 12,000 per month to biggest month being 8 lakhs a month. And abhi jo slow months chal rahe hain, Diwali month and stuff like that, we are still hitting 6 to 7 lakhs. We have gained 50,000 followers using some of the funnels, and obviously the kind of content you have been creating, which literally touches heart. And plus, one thing which I've seen is that you make it look very easy. Ki bhai 2 minute mein ho gaya. Because that way, that is what. Now you're managing a team of 6. Your head coach bought a car for herself.
And
You won
another,
Mrs. India. Yes.
my VA got a bike on Diwali. So abhi it's
Congratulations. Okay, so VA got a bike. That congratulations. And Mrs. India, very inspiring story. And the thing is, you took the leap of both things, business and your Mrs. India thing, when neither of them were actually working out as such. That that's like quite inspiring. That don't give up. I would say that's yes.
believe. There is always that force which supports us, We just
Mhm.
had to put in the work and keep on doing that. It's just that.
That is awesome. And we'll also get into sell by chat, because a lot of people get interested, because coaches को भी ये समझ नहीं आता कि कैसे close करें without getting on a call. And that is what. So before we get into the tactical stuff, you tell me, what are the 2 biggest wins you have had working with us? कि आपको लगता है यार ये दो would be surpassing everything else, or there are more?
First thing, you and Himanshu, as you guys have started your own thing on your own, and very genuinely you guys have grown up. So all ups and downs you guys have seen, and that was the main reason I this entered into this FBA as well. So first thing, the sort of value which we get here, value related to business, related to ethics, work ethics, related to humanity, कैसे होनी चाहिए सारी चीजें. So we don't talk only about this business, money. It's all, we have evolved as a person. So first thing, after I can't imagine this with anyone else in this whole isme ki that I would have evolved this much, because सारे लोग ना मजदूर बना रहे हैं and you are making entrepreneurs. So that is the difference, okay, that's where it comes. So first thing is that, and biggest win, the community which you have created for fitness business, fitness coaches, for whole fitness industry, the value, the respect which we are having for ourselves, which for each other, those are the biggest win, like having that respect for myself. I haven't ever imagined. And this is all a community, very respectable community. So evolving as a person and then having this community, it's like the biggest win, biggest.
And definitely, literally, Hemant के interview में भी हम ये discuss कर रहे थे that community वाली चीज. I had always learnt it from foreign coaches. मैंने कभी believe नहीं करी. But then I started with FB where I was like, let's make it a community, and I was myself blown away that कितना मुझे अपने business में ज्यादा मजा आने लग गया. That I have a place where I can give inputs, my thoughts, and everything else. A lot of times we are debating on stuff. A lot of times we are and the events are like on the next level. Definitely. And I totally agree that in the end, business growth is directly proportional to our personal growth. Because I was planning the next year for my own businesses, and I was like, कि यार, बस मैं discipline improve कर लूँ, अपना morning routine थोड़ा सा improve कर लूँ, I will get to the next goal, whatever my next goal is. And definitely. Okay, so what was the biggest thought in your mind holding you back before you joined FBA or FB? If any.
Actually, that there was not any. मतलब I was totally in for FBA. FBA में obviously ये था कि यार पैसे नहीं है, पैसे कैसे लगाए. Right? So that was the thing. But वो मेरे खुद के, but then I asked husband for that. So again, that thing helps. Ki talking to that why it is important for me, why it is important for my business if I want to run a, be a fitness coach. So that thing has helped. एक था, it has been always, अगर कुछ होता तो वो पैसा ही था for FBA and FBE again. But FB में भी मैंने बोला था, it would be like, कि I am, it's like a jua sort of thing it's going to be for me in FBE. But that was only, but I knew I'll do that. And I knew you were capable of me letting me do that, So we have overcome that. Money was the, yes. If it something was there, then it was peace related to, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So in numbers, what would have been your ROI so far of working with us? Now this is my self-marketing time.
I guess it's 30 how we have calculated.
30x. That is awesome. That means we have done well.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Another question, जैसे आपने ये भी personal question नहीं है मेरा, जैसे आपने कहा कि यार before joining you know that we are the best. अभी मेरा self marketing question है that it was how did you discover us, why trained by IBS, why FB, और क्या देख के आपको लगा कि यार हाँ these people are like maybe legit or genuine.
So FBA तो I came across fitness business because Instagram is the best, हम लोग जब सर्च करते हैं तो वो हमने को एडवाइस सजेशंस भी देना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. So through that Instagram fitness business accelerator के through ही I came to know, and yes, that's how. And FBE तो yes, because I was already a part of FBA, so knowing about FBE was easy, and yeah, so through that itself.
So what stood out when you saw FBA वाला page? Was it results or was it the content? Was it the reels? क्या था?
Results. Absolutely results. Results. Yes. Results. Because it's like a business coach can really, a business coach make this much of money, first thing. And if they can, then why can't I? Right? So that was the thing. Results. Absolutely results. Absolutely results. Yes. And
That
अभी तक no one is giving the results what FBA and FBE is giving, I guess.
तो ये भी सेल्फ मार्केटिंग. FBA जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया ना, मैंने कहा कि यार आई डोंट हैव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू क्रिएट कंटेंट, ऑल्दो अब बड़ी एक्टिवली कर रहे हैं. But I was like, my funda would be very simple that, if we have any competitor, I'll just make sure we have 10 times the amount of result. And current numbers के हिसाब से we have 20 times the amount of result of anyone who might be doing the same thing. चलो, that is awesome. Okay, so business की बात करते हैं because I'm pretty sure now people would be understanding, wanting to understand कि अब business के dynamics क्या चल रहे हैं. पहली चीज तो मेरे को ये बताओ that if we hit a month like 6 lakhs जो हमने last month hit किया, what was our ad spend in the last month? कि कितने ad spend किया हमने, or maybe any other month's average जो भी अपना रह रहा है ad spend.
My ad spend generally stays between 20 to 40K. Nothing more than that, because our my VA, she can't handle, and being me, I focus more on a quality, so it's not like then service get compromised. So it is 20 to 40K, but then again in between some organic stuff hits like good. So yes, that's how ad spend 20 to 40K numbers.
20 to 40K, that means on an average you're getting ROI of 12x.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah. My next question are organic leads पे actually. Okay, so some of the strategies which we created for FBA, I also used with my own business, and I have my own records. For example, my organic leads का record has been, although I've started a new strategy जिसमें वो record break हो गया, but my organic leads का was like यार 1800 leads जब से हमने track start किया उसके बाद. This is like in the last 1 to 2 years from one story, one post. What is your record?
One post, static post for we have got 2500 leads, and with one reel abhi tak we have got 4000 leads organically, without boosting, without doing anything. Absolutely organically, and this reel is we are still counting on that. So yeah.
So this is one record I need to break, and this is crazy. And guys, one thing which I want all of you guys to learn is that the only right way to grow business is while working on something called a hybrid model. That means we need to focus on organic also, we need to focus on ads also. बहुत बार क्या हो रहा है कि लोग सोचते हैं कि सिर्फ एक ad चल जाए उससे काम होगा, नहीं. You want to build a real brand, you want to be as happy as Ninny is right now, and generally also, because one thing which I've seen about Ninny's growth is I haven't seen her complain even once. Not even complain, because complain वाली बात नहीं, because business has gone up and up. But she's always happy. कभी business related मैंने tension लेते हुए निनी को देखा नहीं है last, and it's been like almost, this is 11th month of us working together, and that is what. So guys, one of the most important things that you need to learn is that there should be a hybrid of your organic brand, hybrid of ads, obviously, if you want to scale. But अच्छी ROI आनी चाहिए. Just ads पे करोगे तो that's not the right way, because ads can be easily copied. Plus, whenever someone sees an ad, they see आपका brand क्या है that में, right? Brand. And third is obviously working on a service so that renewals, referrals भी next level आए. All three together, you'll be untouchable. And that is what we focus on when we work on FBA and FBE both.
Yes, and
Okay.
last we even
Yes,
after Diwali month, but we have worked really good on referrals. So I was working on that part, referrals, renewals, like anything. So उस वजह से I don't think that much hit we had, कि Diwali season वाला, we did a pretty good considering renewals and referrals. Yeah.
That is definitely there, because Diwali वाले time पे generally till last year also I used to see most businesses के यार बहुत ज्यादा affect हो जाते थे. मेरा business भी होता है, मतलब train पे भी होता है, but it's like 20% का difference, right? And one thing which I've realized is कि in the end, if you're working on all aspects, might sound hard, but this is very important. And one part where most coaches don't work is they keep on marketing all the time and they don't spend time with their clients. If you're not getting 70 to 80% renewal rate consistently, बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम है. मतलब एटलीस्ट आपका 20% रेवेन्यू नहीं आ रहा रिन्यूअल से, you have a big problem. 20% अगर आपका रेफरल से नहीं आ रहा, then it's an issue. और इससे ज्यादा अगर आपका सब कुछ ही रेफरल और रिन्यूअल से आ रहा, that means आपकी मार्केटिंग में कुछ इशू है, you're not getting new clients. Work on all aspects and you'll be peaceful, and that's the first thing which we work on. Service. At FBA also and FBE also. Next, now let's talk about the team structure. Now we have a team of 6. You have already told us. VA got a bike. Your head coach got a car. When did we start building a team, and how has the process been? And what is the team structure right now?
We have 6, जिसमें first we have started with this VA, which was like very necessary. So she used to take care of my Instagram, schedule call. Then no, just Instagram. I used to schedule call and do all this stuff. But then over the time, yes, we hired one coach as well. So who is my head coach now. And luckily, yes, those guys will be very happy if they are watching this. So luckily, I have got a very, very, very good team. I mean, it's my VA. She is like the person, उसको बता दिया यार कि I need a coach. She will just arrange कर लेगी. मुझे कहीं ad भी नहीं run करनी पड़ती है. I don't even need to put it on my Instagram story कि यार we need this. She's that efficient, She's like a family now. And it's like that. So now I have another person. She takes care of my WhatsApp business as well. जहाँ पे sale by chat we do. So she is exclusively for sale by chat. One VA, she's there. She takes calls as well sometimes, and yes, I do take calls. And rest other people, they are working on in the coaching part. Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah.
And guys, एक चीज मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, ये बहुत बार क्या होता है, बंदा सीधा सोचता है, because a lot of times we have like new coaches who get on a call with us for the initial interview, and they are like they have a very complex team structure from day one. Guys, team building should be the last thing you should do. The reason for that is, for example, in Ninny's case also, ये जो VA वाले टास्क हैं, ये Ninny ने खुद करे, so that उनके ब्रांड के हिसाब से सिस्टम बिल्ड हो. We provide you with the blueprint, with the system, but वो आपके ब्रांड के हिसाब से आपको थोड़े दिन you need to put in the work. Lot of times where coaches go wrong is they build team so fast, complex है, हर चीज में टीम से पूछ रहे हैं. You are the leader, you need to build the system and the team has to follow you. Right. Absolutely. Also, you need to make sure your team is growing. That's why they stay. That's why they have a mindset like Ninny's whole team is, working that way.
And in my whole team, VA, she was working as a VA before as well. But none of other people, they have a previous experience. They are like with a zero experience. I have trained them having SOPs. Yes, what you suggest us every time, right? So we are operating on that, and everyone is so confident and so efficient. They don't need any experience, anything like that. They are working and they are very confident and handling all these things what an experienced person could have handled. So we need to train them accordingly. And yes, my whole happy with them. And yeah, just that.
Yes, and that is, you can only train someone if you are already an expert in that. So that's why I spend some time building systems. चाहे boring काम है, मैं boring काम सबसे करवाता हूँ, because so that you are a pro at this, so that आपको कोई बाद में बेवकूफ ना बना पाए. Plus you are efficient as a much more efficient as a teacher. So one lesson to learn here is complex मत करो चीजें. Slowly build over things. Once you reach a certain level, then only build a team. Don't build a team just because you think it's cool.
Yeah.
Next question for you, Ninny. Do you think it's possible to close people without getting on a call with them?
Absolutely. 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 We are doing close to 10-15 people, closing 10 to 15 people in a month.
15 close-ins without getting on calls. But again, uske liye bhi you need to build a system as a coach. You need to get on calls first so that you understand the principles, then apply maybe FBE systems.
Yes.
15 people closed without calls.
Yeah, we have to have our own rhythm. We need to, use words which clients easily understand even after, jiske liye second explanation na pade. So lots of things matters here, even while, going on a sale by chat. So yes, but it's absolutely possible and it's sweetest money. Yeah.
That is awesome. So talking about next goals, what are your next goals, Ninny?
My next goal, Yash, to stabilize this. We are doing it and to balance life better because, yes, I needed to prove a lot of things, especially to myself. I think I did that, and jo bhi
You did well.
yeah, I got my own lessons and yes, learnings from this. But yeah, the main thing is to stabilize it, and yes, I will again scale it. But for now, to stabilize it, but अभी तो मेन एजेंडा अपना है कि कंटेंट पोस्ट करना. So that right thing is.
And guys, this is something which you need to unlearn from this interview. Nini hasn't been regular with her content posting since the last 2-3 months.
3 months.
Still her business is growing, but that's not the best way to grow because already ना बहुत बार क्या होता है, ad देख के भी कोई बंदा आ रहा है तो they see your past posts, even if they are old, they are like, okay, this person is legit. So
But
that
my
way it is important.
account is also not new. So whenever a person with C-section is coming, they are having all the knowledge which they need before coming on a call or before saying hi to us. And that is the thing कि आपके पेज पे आने के बाद ही ऐसा हो जाता है कि हमारा सब दिमाग ही खुल गया and now we are ready to transform. So it's not advisable for everyone because you need to make efforts to put that much content. And I always stay active on my stories, not even a single day off from my stories. So my existence is always there. So either through anything, you need to keep on giving your existence anyway and tell the world how beautifully and how effortlessly you are doing your job. So that's what it is.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
My goals with Ninny as a coach is because one thing which I have seen is कि हमने इतना ज़्यादा principles add कर रखे हैं business में, हर business would grow automatically from here. That means if she's hitting 7-ish lakhs right now, she'll be hitting 10-11 lakhs easily. And since March in Ninny's case, what I've seen is कि हमने कोई goal ही नहीं set करा कि यार okay, we'll grow. जून में we were literally planning कि भाई okay, 4 lakhs hit हो जाए, we hit our biggest month automatically, right? So that's one front. Obviously, as a coach, I like looking at numbers more than anything else. So, I'll push Ninny towards bigger numbers. But alongside, I have like 2 more goals when it comes to Ninny. Number 1 goal is that, I just don't want the world to look at Ninny as just a coach because her potential is much higher. She should be seen as a leader, a mom who's a leader, because her story is nothing short of inspirational because 99% of moms want to do what Nini is doing. Not that they want to become a coach, but they want to live a life like this, right? And, Mrs. India and everything else, I personally feel that, Nini can provide so much of inspiration to moms. And that is why we created a content strategy, which we will discuss after we are done with this interview. And if she's not on point, she'll get a scolding. Right. So, number 1 goal, according to me, is, establishing Ninny as a leader, not just as a coach, but as a mom. as a mother, because she has the potential to inspire not thousands, lakhs of mothers in the country because of her story, because of her mission. And then eventually writing a book, because she's a great writer, writing a book. And if any Team FBE member is writing a book, we'll make sure give our heart and soul to make it a bestseller. So bestseller author. Hope this is not putting pressure on you, but that's one of my personal goals when it comes to your journey. Business goals, everything else would follow. Seven figures hit karna in the next, when the season comes, Jan onwards, or 8 lakh consistently, 9 lakh consistently. I don't think that would be difficult in our case, because we have been able to spend time building a principle-based business. And next question, this is kind of my second last question for you, Nini. How do you manage time? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of moms would be watching this and they would be like, yeah, also have missions, but I'm never able to manage time. What is the secret?
Time management. Time management, it's like having a proper schedule for your babies. First thing, because they are born without a schedule, right? We are this thing that we need to put them in a proper vessel of ye schedule. Bus, right? That. And then you need around their schedule, you need to, include your task. What is priority wise your schedule? Because when I have entered for this FBA, he was just 1.5 years. So whenever I used to put him to sleep, I used to listen to your recordings and whole our coaching classes and all these things, So it's not impossible, but the thing is, schedule timetable is what changes your whole game, and then prioritizing it smartly, very smartly, rather than wasting your time, prioritizing it and working on yourself, be it physical transformation, be it wherever you need that. Take those decisions for yourself. Once you are there for yourself, it gives you confidence to push yourself more. So that's where the overall thing is. It's a journey. It's a journey. One day things will happen, another day 100% might look different, but things will turn for you if you keep on doing those things. Because even today I'm doing the same things which my son was born, and I woke up doing those things, So it's all the consistency. It's not ki suddenly ek mahina अच्छे से आया and then we scaled, because it's consistency over anything, just consistency.
Okay, so basically, bada interesting input hai ki instead of having a schedule for you, have a schedule for your baby. Very interesting. Second, prioritize your life task, because मैंने भी अपनी personal life में देखा है, a lot of times I am also making excuses to myself, but if something is not a priority, I'll always find an excuse for that. So don't find an excuse, right? You can manage upbringing of your baby, you can manage your family life, and you can manage your work also. And start slow and don't expect perfectionism, because obviously things will be up and down. There would be days when maybe there's a baby related priority when you're not able to put in work for yourself, which is fine. But as long as we are keeping things to priority in relation to what you want from your life, you would be able to find and make time for that. And time management would be like obviously very important with that.
Then again, being in touch with right people. That's again an important thing. Keeping those negative people away, and then having an atmosphere where you are getting nurtured for whatever you want to do. So that also plays an important role. For which FBA and FBE helped me. You
Yes,
are
my favorite part when you guys are pitching.
You are my godfather. What has happened to you, Ninny? Yes, has happened, and then all things has turned around. But that's true, man. Yes, that's true.
Okay, so any question for you? Those who have watched our content in the past, or an ad in the past, or are watching this interview right now and are skeptical and haven't worked with us yet or haven't pulled the trigger yet, do you have a message for them?
Absolutely. If you guys are thinking, get this thing into here, even if you're not sure what you want to do, these people, they actually help us in making those decisions for you as well. That is the very first step, because yes, I have started as a FBA 0, FBE boom. So what has helped, these people has helped me to, streamline those things. And streamlining these things is very, very, very much important. For that, the money which you will pay now, it is nothing. I would suggest it's nothing than what you're going to make, what you're going to learn mentally, what you're going to earn financially. It is just the start. So don't think about momentarily financial thing, but think about it as an investment, because we have invested in this FBE, we have recovered in just 1 month, and now we are doing every month, right? FBE ka fees. So don't keep money as the thing which is holding you back. Having doubts, yes, it's normal, but letting doubts holding you back, it's not at all. Don't let that thing happen to you, because when things are streamlined, even you don't know what you are capable of. So go for that thing. So that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My favorite part. Not really. Actually, my favorite part is last part hota hai. That whenever while I was writing about this interview, what are the questions I need to ask. One part is that from my perspective, looking at you grow in the last 8, 9 months, 11 months actually now. Why are you the number one coach in the space right now, according to me? बड़े मेरे आंसर्स थोड़े इस वाले में टैक्टिकल से ज्यादा हमेशा वो होते हैं, फिलोसॉफिकल होते हैं. एंड yes, first thing which I've seen is that you have always had abundance mindset from day one, and you haven't been chasing money, right? When we were planning ki bhai 4 lakhs split karna, we hit a 8 lakh rupee a month, and it does not happen by fluke, because this is something which I've seen with my own career also. Last 2, 3 years I do set up goals, but कोई इतने strict goals नहीं करता कि उसकी वजह से tension होने लग जाए. And I
Sorry.
have seen my business.
Yeah, here. Yash, do you remember I called you right after posting that update in our group that Yash, this has happened to me, and ये सही में हुआ है, because I haven't thought about the money at all. You were like, Ninny, yes, this is real, because this has happened because you haven't thought about money at all, because you were just providing value on this. So yes, sorry for that, but it is
Please.
yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Definitely, and it's a fact. और ये ना ये चीज ingrain करने की जरूरत है. And one thing which I would tell is कि यार, when you're running business, obviously money is a part of it, no matter what, right? But again, तुम money को main चीज बना के रखोगे पूरे time, you'll always feel restricted, because the day you start choosing mission over money, you'll change the game. And I have myself made that mistake in middle of my career, that 2017 I started, money was never the goal. 19 तक भी कभी goal नहीं था. 19 में बीच में एक phase आया कि यार I did this 60 challenge किया. I was like, I want more and more. Whatever I was expecting, उससे 3x हो गया. फिर भी I was like more and more, and I lost sleep for like 5 days because which was challenge type चल रहा था. And that's when I realized कि यार, that's not my cup of tea. And focus on mission, and everything else would follow. And game changer.
Yes.
Next is the amount of love, Ninny, you have for your clients. So you have built a business you love, and one of the most सबसे important चीज क्या है? You should be loving your clients. You are working with as a matter of fact, I know that you get happier when your client sends you a happy message, more than you getting a new client, more than you
Cry.
getting yes. Right. एंड ये चीज ना मैंने उसमें भी देखी है. देखो, प्रोसेस में भी यू आर लविंग द प्रोसेस. कभी अप्स एंड डाउन्स भी चल रहे हैं बिजनेस में, यू आर लाइक हाँ ये हो गया, यू लुक एट इट एज अ पॉजिटिव चैलेंज. थर्ड, मैंने एक चीज नोटिस करी दैट व्हेन द कम्युनिटी स्टार्टेड, यू वर द फर्स्ट पर्सन हु वाज लिटरली मैसेजिंग, ओके दिस इज हैपनिंग. एंड एवरीवन इन द कम्युनिटी इज नेक्स्ट लेवल पॉजिटिव. But I remember, as a matter of fact, that 4th December I officially started coaching you guys last year. And I think 7th 8th December ko first update, and then he was like, okay ye ho gaya. And that way now it's like the vibe in the community. If I ever want to improve my mood, main community mein jaake message karne lag jata hu, and I start talking to you guys. So next is loving the process, loving the clients more than anything, because if you don't love your clients, you'll never be happy chahe jitne paise kama lo in your bank. And if you don't love your clients, ask yourself why is that. Because another thing which I've learned is that all bad clients are 100% your fault, because आप यहाँ sales call पे या otherwise you get to know कि this person would be a bad client. So that is what, and this is the biggest thing which I've done in my own businesses also in the last 1.5 years, that literally we say no very actively. बहुत hard skill to learn है ये, and I don't even expect most coaches to learn it in year 1 of the business. But once you have reached a certain level, start actively saying no to people, and you'll see how your business goes up and your happiness goes up. Last is again loving the process, and balancing everything else. One thing which I learned from Ninny myself also, that she has her priorities set right in a very clear manner. जैसे अभी भी जैसे top 3 tips आए जैसे Ninny के end से, first thing was in relation to her son, right? Everything else followed. तो अगर आपकी जो भी priority है ना, just know in your heart, okay, my baby is the priority, that's fine. And second is, baby is not the only priority. Main priority वो है, but that's not the only priority, because she's prioritizing her own health, her business, her relationship. Everything is a part of the priority list, and she knows that very clearly. बहुत बार क्या होता है that when we start running business, हम सिर्फ एक ही चीज के बारे में सोच रहे होते हैं as entrepreneurs. Don't do that. Know very clearly, and it's okay to have your business as the second priority or even your third priority, which is fine. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And these are the top 3 things coaches should learn from Ninny. And now, Ninny, the ball is in your court. What are your top 3 tips for coaches who want to excel in this space and someday want to be in a place where you are right now?
First thing, guys, be very clear what you want to do and with whom you want to work. Be very, very, very clear. Even if that ground is very small, you should have all these things with you. You should be very clear in your head that what you really want to do. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, what you exactly want to do. You have to clear with in your mind that this is my niche, this is I'm going to be. Rest things are okay, you can't know all the things, but this thing at least you can know. And lot of time these things from your heart you come to know, right? Okay, this is not the thing to copy, this is your individuality which we are talking about. So be very clear about what you want to do. Second thing, start doing something about that. Don't keep it as only thing in your mind that I want to do this. Start doing something. There are lots of things. Get enrolled, get a mentor, start posting content about it, do more research, learn more about it, start doing it. And third thing, be very honest with your work, with your mentors, and what with your clients if you are working, and the process. Be very, very honest with it, because for most important thing is we haven't started this business to hit 1 month ka 8 lakhs or 7 lakhs. This is my life which I'm building. So it has to be very well balanced, and life is going to have 50 years, 70 years. Am I building a life which is, life which is sustainable for 40 years? Okay, I have hit 8 lakhs, but this month it will be 4 lakhs. But that's okay. For that, consistency is going to matter. 4 lakhs हो गया भाई साहब, सब छोड़ दिया, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. That's not going to work. Build a life around your dream and have a mission in your mind, and be very, very, very honest with that, because the moment you will learn that you are not honest, your whole process will collapse, and your whole business and whole life will collapse. So be very honest, have a mission, be very clear, be consistent, get someone who can help you with this thing sorted. So that will be my, this thing for everyone who is listening to this. पता नहीं ज्यादा philosophical हो गया.
Very great inputs. मैंने actually note down भी करे. And guys, before anything, ये जो 4 lakhs वाला thing was an example. Ninny would be hitting much more. I'll keep you guys in loop with the update, because today it's literally 4th of November month start हुआ. She'll hit 6 lakhs at least, according to me. And that is all. So top 3 tips from Ninny were: number 1, do it from your heart. Don't copy, and be clear with what you want. इसमें मेरे end से input है definitely. But lot of times as a beginner, you don't understand कि किस चीज से clear होना. So that's one place where I think यार हाँ, having a mentor would help, so that you can at least reconfirm. For me, having mentors in my career right now also is about just reconfirming what I'm thinking. 90% अगर मैं किसी कोच को हायर भी करता हूँ कभी, 90% टाइम्स मैं बस ये पूछ रहा हूँ ये सही है, and 99% टाइम्स they reply yes. I just need validation. Next is, thoughts से कुछ नहीं होगा. Actions will dictate your results. Start with something. You don't need to join FBA. You don't need to join FB. यहाँ YouTube videos देख लो. Look at other coaches. Look at Ninny's Instagram profile. We'll share it at the end of today's session. नीचे होगी. And just see what she is doing and maybe learn something and do. Doing beats thinking by 1,000 miles, even if you're doing it wrong. And keep in mind, yes, 70% done is 1,000 times better than 100% not done. That means don't be extreme. And understand that you need to be honest with your work and your mentors. More than that, you need to be honest with yourself. It's always starts with being honest with yourselves. A lot of times as coaches, kya hota hai ki yaar, we keep on, as a human also, we don't like taking ownership or taking the blame of something wrong happening in our life. But guys, fact of the matter is, all control of your life is in your hand, and same goes for your business. If you keep on blaming things of your business going haywire on something else, you will never have ownership and you'll never improve the system, which is lacking right now. So take 100% ownership, and again, build a long-term principle-based business. And अभी निनी ने जैसे कहा कि यार मेरा 8 लाख सेट हुआ और मेरे को 4 लाख भी हिट होगा तो मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Why? Because she's building a long-term principle-based business. Because fitness businesses में generally क्या होता है, October, November, December would be slower by 20% at least, right? So that always happens. अगर वो हो रहा है slow month आ रहा है and you are just getting uh, you're just getting sad or ruining your mood because of that, that won't cut it out. And you should have that much level of maturity. एक बार actually निनी को the call you talked about, मैंने उस call पे आपको एक चीज भी बोली थी कि यार इतनी maturity आप, how are you getting that in first year of your business? I got this in like 7th year of my business. That and this is a high level of maturity which I don't see amongst most businesses. मुझे लगता है मेरे में आई है, but अभी एक दो साल में ही आई है. And Ninny has got that from year one, and that's something which I learned from Ninny, and that's something what you should learn from Ninny. And guys, hope you got a lot of inspiration, and the inspiration for you should not end. I am adding Ninny's Instagram ID in the section. I'm pretty sure a lot of moms, a lot of mom coaches, a lot of female coaches would be watching this, male coaches would be watching this. Dekho ki yaar what she is doing right. Take inspiration from her, follow her, and follow her journey to be the number one bestseller author. And establishing her brand as a leader mom, not just as number one C-section coach of the country. And Ninny, anything from your side?
Nothing. We have covered pretty much everything. Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. It's been a long one, but if you are watching it, I'm pretty sure, guys, you are loving it. Feel free to subscribe because we will have more interviews. I'm 100% sure I'll have another interview with Ninny based off some topic next time in the next 3 to 6 months. And
how our book became a bestseller, hai na?
After that happens, or maybe we'll discuss the content thing which we are going to improve and discuss just after this. And guys, thank you for watching. See you on the other side. If you are interested in FBA, FBE, there would be a link or there would be a waitlist because I think we are at capacity right now. So if you want to join the waitlist, just just DM us or DM us the word waitlist on Instagram, and we'll notify you next time we have slots available. And see you on the other side.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.